All right, Bad Ideas Production. And today it's been officially 1 year of doing YouTube. One whole year that I have dedicated to making one video per week, every week. Unsuccessfully, I might add, as I only made 48 videos, including this one. Maybe next year I will do 52 or possibly even more. But regardless, this is a big achievement as I have never been this consistent on YouTube ever. So to do 48 videos in a year is quite an accomplishment. And to celebrate, I want to talk about the classic that made me a lifelong horror fan, and that is 1978's Halloween by the legendary John Carpenter. Before I get into the movie itself, I just want to talk a little bit about the influence that this movie has had. It's a yearly watch for me and one of my favorite time of the year. Even as a young buck, being introduced to this by my lovely mother, I could recognize its appeal. I was never truly scared of this movie. I was more enthralled and captivated by everything else about it, from its autumn atmosphere, its cozy exterior brought to life with its simple cinematography and warm colors that are always present throughout. I would watch this movie and well many of its sequels with my mom, and as a child, that's where the love of horror began and would follow me for the rest of my life because it starts with Halloween, and then you watch even the bad ones such as Resurrection and the fifth one, and then it goes to Friday the 13th, then the cult classics such as Halloween 3, which I totally skipped over for obvious reasons, and The Exorcist 3, and then you go to elevated horror, and it's just a never-ending dominoes effect that keeps pushing. I love horror, and this movie is the reason why it all started. It's as iconic as it gets. So sweet. I also realized this is the silhouette of Michael Myers with a knife. Super necessary imagery right here. It's Halloween night, 1963, and we follow through the eyes of a mysterious POV. One knife, one premature ejaculator, and one mask later, we get to see good old fashioned 1970s boobs. It's immediately ruined as unfortunately those boobs know exactly who this person is, and well, he doesn't like that, and she gets immediately killed. And who was it? Well, it's her brother, your very own friendly neighborhood, Michael Myers. Wait. Did you just die by a little cutie patootie? Come on, Judith. This world would have folded you like an omelet if you couldn't put a pause on this child. We then cut to 1978, the day before Halloween. I don't know why this little psycho is in Smith's Groves. He belongs in Arkham Asylum, bunking with Zaz, not some random nut house. We meet Dr. Loomis on the night that Michael is being transferred, and as usual, he does what he does throughout this whole film, which can be summed up perfectly with this quote from John Wick.
The boogeyman? Well, John wasn't exactly the boogeyman. He was the one you sent to kill the fucking boogeyman.
That's what Dr. Loomis is. He's a publicist, I swear to God. He is here to remind us that Michael Myers is beyond human comprehension and defies the laws of science, being a mythical phenomenon. I love it. After the distraction and a successful escape, we skip to the next morning in Haddonfield, where we meet up with the babysitter, Laurie Strode. And I just realized that that's her dad. Like, we just see her dad for the first time and the only time in all the franchise. Like, this dude never helps at all. What are you good for, dude? Laurie runs into little Tommy and leaves something at the abandoned Myers house. Then we see that she has started being stalked by Michael. Per usual, no one listens to Dr. Loomis.
If your precautions weren't strong enough, you should have told somebody. I told everybody. Nobody listened. There's nothing else.
Some stalking, more stalking. Little Tommy gets bullied, and then one of the bullies gets jump scared by Big Mike, who is a big softy for kids, apparently. 2018 Michael would be so ashamed. Some more stalking. Then even more people not listening to Dr. Loomis. We also see where Michael got his drip. Lori's friend forgets her books, and then guess what? Even more stalking. And I personally think this is where Michael made up his mind that these hoes gotta go. This is where I realized that Michael's built different. Like, how he get out of there so fast? How he out of sight so quickly? Wait, and why she getting roasted like this? Defend yourself, Lori. Damn.
Poor Lori. Scared another one
She
away.
calling you ugly, bro. Also, classic scare. I actually have this blanket. Fun fact. Great scene where the movie subtly speaks about unprovoked crime, hinting at the idea that the scariest of motivation is no motivation. And of course, the well said.
He came home.
Then this scene is actually hilarious as we see Michael driving behind Dr. Loomis as Dr. Loomis is looking for him. It reminds me of that scene from Malcolm in the Middle. This shot is just so beautiful. Look at it. We get the all-time liner.
The blackest eyes, the devil's eyes.
It's actually kind of funny because I can just imagine Loomis looking at a 6-year-old child and just deeming him the devil. I mean, he got it spot on, but what are the odds? After some back and forth between Laurie and Annie about the homecoming dance, all the while being watched by Michael, which is actually super scary that he's always watching. Literally on this view, I noticed he's always around. super great attention to detail there. Risky business attire Annie was always a childhood crush of mine. Your traditional dog death to meet the quota happens. Michael then scares Annie a bit. She then leaves Lindsay with Lori so she can get some and then gets killed because sex is bad. Some poetry from Dr. Loomis. And finally, someone believes him. Let's go. Linda and her boyfriend get to the Wallace house where Michael has already made his presence. Another premature ejaculator. I know she lying, like no need for that cigarette, bro. My favorite kill of the whole movie, this is cinema. Look at that head tilt. Linda proceeds to die while on the phone with Lori, who has now gotten suspicious and goes to check out what's with all that ruckus. She sees Annie on the bed, dead under the tombstone of Judith Myers, which Michael set up so nicely. He's so silly. Then she gets jump scared by Linda's boyfriend, and then another jump scare by Linda. Then finally we see that the shape has arrived in all of his glory. Like it's such a great scene how he arises from the darkness. He somehow misses and stabs her in the arm, though. She falls down the stairs and barely escapes the house. Literally, no one answers her pleas of help, which, I mean, I don't blame them, but at least call the cops, you know? This is a white neighborhood. Lori passes the original Michael Myers challenge. She then stabs Michael in the neck, which he proceeds to take out and pass out, which actually looks so hilarious. Lori thinks that she killed him and tells the kids this, but that is miles from the truth as you might need to double tap him. Lori, come on, that's rule number 2 from Zombieland. He chases her into the closet, gets stabbed in the eye, and passes out once again. Lori tells the kids to dip, then for the life of me, I don't know why she gives her back to him. Michael gets up like he once had a 30-0 undefeated WrestleMania streak, then decides that Wayne Brady has to choke a bitch. Luckily, Loomis is walking down the street and overhears the grunting and the fighting that is happening inside the house, so he runs to Laurie's protection. Laurie takes off his mask, unveiling his face a bit, and as he tries to put it back on, Loomis unloads a clip on him, shooting him off the second story, to which we get the best line of the movie.
What's the boogeyman?
It was.
And that's the classic that made me a lifelong horror fan. I just want to thank everyone that has taken time to watch any of my videos for being here and supporting me to another year and to more growth and better content creation. Promise next year we'll do all 52 videos. Better Deals Production. Peace out.